All right, time to dive into something new, and this time we're heading all the way to Spain.
Si, senor. Get ready to explore the world of Java innovation.
And no, before you ask, it's not about a new coffee blend.
Though a little caffeine might not hurt as we unpack what this tech consultancy firm is all about.
Their website, Inicio Java Innovation, is our playground for today.
A playground packed with circuits and servers instead of swings and slides, it seems.
Exactly. So from what I'm gathering, Java Innovation is all about IT and telecom solutions. Pretty standard stuff, right?
True, but their tagline hints at something more. Transform your business with technology.
Ooh, I like that. It's not just about fixing problems, it's about using tech to actually elevate your business.
Precisely. And they seem to have a pretty diverse toolkit to do just that.
Oh, like what? Give me the rundown.
Well, they cover everything from the nuts and bolts of network setup.
Okay, making sure your internet doesn't die in the middle of an important meeting.
Exactly. To the more intricate world of server installation and maintenance.
Right, because a server crash can spell disaster for a business these days.
Couldn't agree more. And it doesn't stop there. They also dive into the often confusing world of phone and internet plans.
Oh, tell me about it. Choosing between those can feel like deciphering ancient hieroglyphics.
Their website makes it seem like they try to simplify that whole process, ensuring you get the best deals without the headache.
Now that's something I can get behind. But hold on a sec, they also have a blog. That's not usually where I go for tech thrills.
This isn't your average tech blog, though. JVA Innovation uses it to position themselves as more than just technicians. They're thought leaders engaging with broader trends in the tech world.
Okay, now I'm intrigued. Like what kind of trends? Spill the digital tea.
Well, one concept that caught my eye was their take on the digital backpack.
The what now? That sounds intriguing, yet slightly ominous at the same time.
Right. It refers to the weight of carrying around our digital lives, the devices, the notifications, the constant connectivity.
Ah, I feel like I need a chiropractor just thinking about it.
JV Innovation delves into both the burdens and the benefits, offering strategies for managing this digital weight and emphasizing the importance of mindful tech use.
So it's about finding that sweet spot where tech empowers you rather than enslaves you. I like it. What else are they geeking out about on their blog?
One thing that stood out was their deep dive into the ongoing battle for our focus in this tech-saturated world.
Ah, yes, the eternal struggle to resist the siren call of our smartphones.
They even get into the nitty-gritty of which devices are best for maximizing focus, debating the merits of, say, a laptop versus a tablet for different tasks.
Okay, now they're just showing off. But seriously, that level of detail is impressive. They're not afraid to get specific and practical, which I appreciate.
Exactly. And it ties back to that holistic approach we talked about earlier.
Right, it's about connecting those tech dots to real-life situations and challenges.
And speaking of real-life challenges, remember how Spain transitioned to digital TV relatively recently?
Vaguely, yeah. I remember hearing something about it, but didn't everyone there already have, like, 20 streaming services by then?
Perhaps. But Java Innovation saw it as an opportunity. They published a series of blog posts demystifying the transition, offering practical advice, and positioning themselves as a trusted guide through the process.
Smart move, capitalizing on a real-world event to showcase their expertise and build trust with potential customers.
Exactly. And speaking of smart moves, have you seen the Simio mobile plan they're promoting on their website? 300 millips, 120 minutes, 100 gigabytes for 40,049 euros.
Whoa, hold the phone. Are they trying to break the internet with that deal?
It's definitely eye-catching, right? But that seems to be their style, finding those diamond-in-the-rough deals.
So they're not just showcasing their own services, they're also acting as, like, tech deal hunters.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It's a clever way to demonstrate their value proposition. They're saying, we can help you navigate this complex world and come out on top.
It's like having a tech-savvy friend who always knows about the best sales and hidden discounts.
Exactly. And they do the same with their O2 fiber promotion, presenting it as a solution to those frustratingly slow internet speeds.
Right, because who hasn't felt the rage of buffering during a movie night?
It all ties back to that idea of future-proofing your tech setup,
But-
which seems to be a recurring theme for them.
It's like they're saying, don't just settle for what works today, think about what you'll need tomorrow.
Exactly. They're all about taking a long-term strategic view of technology, which is refreshing.
Okay, I'm sold on the concept, but do they walk the walk? I mean, do they have the customer testimonials to back it all up?
Oh, absolutely. Their website is practically overflowing with positive reviews from businesses who've used their services.
Music to my ears. And what are people saying? What's the overall vibe?
The common threads I'm seeing are increased productivity, tailored solutions.
Okay, so not just a one-size-fits-all approach.
Right. And a surprisingly smooth implementation process, which, let's be honest, can make or break a tech upgrade.
Oh, tell me about it. I once had a software update that basically turned my computer into a brick for a week.
Ouch! Yeah, JV Innovation seems to pride themselves on making the transition as painless as possible.
That's huge because time is money, especially for businesses. So they're eliminating those tech headaches and letting their clients focus on what they do best.
Exactly. And this focus on a client-centric approach is further emphasized by none other than Carlos Ibanez, Jevia Innovation's CEO.
Ooh, straight from the horse's mouth. All right, what wisdom does Mr. Ibanez have to share?
He has this quote on their website that perfectly captures their philosophy. He talks about how Jova Innovation is deeply invested in helping businesses not just adopt technology, but use it to achieve their goals.
I love that. It's about seeing technology as a tool, not a destination.
Precisely. It's about aligning your tech strategy with your business objectives to drive real, tangible results.
It's like they're saying, we're not just going to give you a fancy new smartphone, we're going to teach you how to use it to build your empire.
Now you're getting it. They're not just tech consultants, they're strategic partners.
And that kind of partnership can be invaluable in today's rapidly evolving tech landscape.
Absolutely. It's no longer enough to just keep up. You need to be one step ahead.
It makes you wonder how much of a business's success these days hinges on having the right tech infrastructure in place. It feels like a make or break factor. It really does. It's like trying to navigate a maze in the dark without a flashlight. You might eventually stumble upon the exit, but it's not going to be pretty.
A perfect analogy.
Ah,
And today, Innovation, they're like that friend who not only hands you the flashlight, but also has the map memorized.
exactly. They're guiding businesses through this intricate digital landscape, helping them avoid the pitfalls and capitalize on the opportunities.
And that brings us back to that fundamental question we touched upon earlier. How much of a business's success these days truly hinges on its technology, its infrastructure, its digital strategy?
Right, because it's not just about having the latest gadgets or the fastest internet connection. It's about knowing how to wield those tools effectively to achieve specific business goals.
Couldn't agree more. It's like having a state-of-the-art kitchen but not knowing how to cook. The potential is there, but it's wasted without the right knowledge and execution.
And that's where JV Innovation steps in, right? They're not just handing businesses a box of ingredients. They're providing the recipe, the guidance, and the support to create something truly remarkable.
Precisely. They're like tech chefs, whipping up bespoke solutions that cater to each business's unique palate and appetite.
And judging by those glowing testimonials, they seem to have a knack for satisfying even the most discerning tech taste buds.
Indeed. They've found that sweet spot between being tech-savvy enough to navigate the complexities of the digital world and approachable enough to empower businesses to embrace technology as a tool for growth.
It's a powerful combination, and one that's clearly resonating with their clients.
Absolutely.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of Java innovation, I'm left with this thought. If a business isn't actively considering how technology can transform its operations, its customer experience, its very essence, are they already falling behind?
It's a question every business leader should be asking themselves.
Because it's not just about staying competitive anymore, it's about staying relevant in an increasingly digital world.
Well said.
And on that note, I think it's time for us to unplug from this deep dive, but not before leaving our listeners with this final thought. Embrace the power of technology. Seek out guides who can help you navigate its intricacies, and never be afraid to ask, what's next? Until next time, keep exploring, keep innovating, and remember, the future is digital.
And full of possibilities for those bold enough to seize them.